Hello! It's Monday, yes. Monday, and Halloween is coming. I am so excited, and I'm also super excited because I finally put out a special effects tutorial. Yeah, been meaning to do that since I started my channel in February. Yes, February 7th, 2018. But we'll get back to that in a minute. First, I need to welcome you. Let's get to the proper page and get everything properly done. So, welcome to You Stories, Beauty and the Beast Makeup. And I believe this would be the third or fourth offshoot show from the original Interview You Stories. I've had a couple people interested lately in being on that show, more than a couple, but everybody is always welcome to pre-interview for any of the shows. So if you're interested, email me at BorgiaGlobal@gmail.com. I do not know why. I just realized this the other day that when I start out shows, I sit here clasping my hands, and it looks even more ridiculous now that I'm doing it with my Alice the Angel had been on from last year's Halloween costume, so I look like a little choir girl or something ridiculous like that. But best friend in your thread, hello, darling. How are you?
Hey,
I
Steph.
I hope you're having a wonderful day. We have a big announcement coming up, and then we are going to jump into the show. So, big thing coming up, other than Halloween or Samhain, is the Halloween costume show. It is going to be a week from Wednesday, and it is going to be the second adult show. The first adult show was requested, and no, it's not filthy, it's not disgusting, but it is adult humor, and you do have to be 18 to participate. One day I was sitting there thinking about having an online costume party, and all of a sudden, legit, I got a text while I was thinking of this, and it was Enzo, S2W Themes. Yeah, exactly. Best friend dun 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 dun. And sure enough, right while I was thinking of it, S2W Themes, Enzo texted me and said, "Hey, why don't we do the next show, adult show, as a costume party?" And I said, "How did you know that I was thinking about having a costume party online?" So on the 24th will be the next adult show. It will be the You Stories Adult Costume Party. And yes, there will be a few naughty things, some naughty humor, and some games, but it will be fantastic. Hello, Angel Muniz. How are you? Hello, Angel Domingue. How are you? Angel Domingue will be part of the adult costume party, and I will be sending out emails shortly to the panel, and some of the panel will be rotating, and then of course the audience will be definitely, this is super interactive, so be prepared. Have your costume on because we may pull you on and without you expecting it. Hey Josie, what is up? Glad you popped in. And just like I said, be ready because we may pull you on. It's going to be crazy that night. Like I said, nothing too much, nothing embarrassing, nothing like that. I don't run quite that far on my channel, but yeah, I am that careful though that if we're even going to cuss, that I put 18 on it, and we're gonna have euphemisms, truth or dare, bullshit, and some other fun games, and anything that you guys come up with that you would like to suggest. So it's going to be a lot of fun. October 23rd, 7. Sorry, not the 23rd. October 24th, Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Get your costumes ready because it's going to be a lot of fun. After the last time we did it, I thought it was just going to be a one-time thing. I had people saying that they were going back and watching it because they needed a laugh and a pick me up. So I went, okay, fine, that's fantastic. So, Hamdi Abdallah, great to see you. I realized that I'm going to have to turn my side lights off in a minute, but I will wait until we get the conversation going because I'm going a little bit blind. And I think that is all the major news that I have to tell. Other than that, don't forget to check out my special effects tutorial. I went super easy on you guys and super easy on myself because it's the first special effects tutorial I've edited. I've done many, many characters. I've done, gosh, so many different types of vampires. I have lost track, but I never knew how to film them. Well, I knew how to film them. I never knew how to edit them or do tutorials that were edited and whatnot. So I do now, and it was so much easier than I thought. So lots more coming, and they will be coming year round, both happy and kind and sweet for the holidays, including holiday gore and whatnot. So it's going to be going year round. So without further ado, that is all the major things coming for me to say. I want to say hello to my co-host, Mama Styles. How are you, darling?
I am doing fine. Hubby is, just leaving for work, and Sir Leo is watching Scooby Doo. Is the first Scooby Doo movie, and so if I look over and there's a farting scene going on, and I start laughing, that's why.
I love her and her potty sense of humor. It cracks me up, and I love Scooby Doo. And without further ado, we have our wonderful guest tonight, Kimberlee Herod. How are you, sweetheart?
Good. How are you? Thank you for having me on.
Fantastic. Thank you for coming on. I am so excited to have you. Kimberlee is just so interesting. She is a girl after my own heart, somebody who loves makeup and doing all these things and special effects and beauty makeup, but also knows how to weld. So that is a girl like
Yes.
me. I'm all about that.
Yes.
So I'm gonna, Gemma, how are you? I'm just gonna turn these off, guys. Sorry, I know it looks absolutely terrible that I'm standing up and doing this, and I should have shut my camera off, but I legit am going blind over here. Okay, there, that looked terrible. I is sorry, y'all, but I had to. I was gonna wait until later.
Yeah,
So, you know
but
what?
I'm pretty
Um,
sure if Frank was in the chat, you probably would have been.
Oh gosh, like that one time, the what
You
was it?
probably
The
would have been
boobs and
boobies.
radar. Yeah,
Yeah.
the boobs and radar show. That was
Oh,
completely unplanned, but it was definitely funny. It
I
was,
heard about that when you left to go to the bathroom. For a
yeah,
second, anyways.
yeah. It was definitely. It got really funny. It was totally unplanned. We got talking, and both S2W themes, Enzo and then Frank. For people who don't know, Art Mortifica, Art Morbid. Frank blows boobs, and the two of them just were working, going back and forth off each other. It was absolutely friggin' hysterical. And I don't know, I had to let it go because nobody got disgusting. And as I said, I was like, oh goodness, there's nothing wrong with boobies. It's not like anybody was saying something foul. So we let it roll. I will push the boundaries. I don't go fully into an adult without an adult rating, which I've only had once, but I will push the boundaries. Okay, now I can see and I actually can read this. And I do swear I really, really will go get my eyes checked soon and get new glasses and finally get contacts, because that will also mean I'll learn how to put in all the crazy special effects contacts. I think I can do it because I can stick things in my eyes and touch my eyeball. But um, we're not going to get that far right now about my eyeballs and what I can stick into them. We is going to start out. And by the way, everybody, since it's Halloween coming up, don't hesitate to ask special effects questions, anything that you might need for your costume. This, that, and whatnot. We're going to talk about the various costumes people are going to be on the channel, and some really cool things that are going to be coming up. But first, we are going to start out with what is everybody's favorite favorites. That's right. We will get into trends. We will get into Halloween. We will get into whatnot. But favorites, and we're going to include some of mine also that will help you with special effects. We're going to get into my favorite part, Kimberlee's favorites. So, Kimberlee, what have you brought us today, and what are some of your favorite things?
So I have so I know there's a lot of controversy on this, and some people don't like him and whatever. But I just got the Thursday palette
Oh,
when it
really?
came on.
What is there really, is there controversy about it?
Well, people don't like Jeffree Star, and so
Oh,
I
yeah.
put a
I
couple
love his
looks up.
stuff.
Yeah, I put a couple looks up, and people have kind of dogged on him because of Jeffree Star, which I really don't care. But
We
anyways, I love
really,
these.
people have made comment because I use Jeffree Star stuff all the time. I adore his lipsticks because I
I know you
am
can
like,
use them for
it is a
everything.
multi-use product, and anytime there's a multi-use product, I'm in love. And plus, honestly, his liquid lipsticks are are my favorite now. It used to be Smashbox, but
Oh,
now
definitely.
it's definitely his because I can wear his the longest and the most comfortably. So does he see some things that some of them are funny, other are a little too much, but to me it doesn't affect his lipstick. I mean, it's not like
Yeah,
he's
it's the
killing
product
people.
is one thing, and but anyway, I love this palette. I just got it yesterday. I ordered it with the restock, and
Oh,
isn't that gorgeous? Like, look at those colors. They're just
it's
amazing. And they're so pigmented.
are they? Because I know they had the restock yesterday. I was looking at it. I myself have not bought it yet.
I've
And I
never
was
used
curious about it.
I've never used a yellow, orange, or a teal that was this pigmented. I mean, it's and I have a lot of palettes.
Oh, and I
I
do
mean,
love yellow and teal. Down to I have a metallics a metal foil palette that has a metal foil turquoise and a metal foil yellow because I love those colors so much.
what palette do you have that has that? I've been looking for a metal foil turquoise.
Oh, really super easy and cheap. The BH metal foil one, I believe.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
got
BH Cosmetics.
yeah. In fact, as you talk, I will pull it. Of course, my drawer is stuck because I brought it up.
And
Um,
then another thing I've been really into lately is the Suva Hydra liners.
Oh, see, you know what?
Uh,
I'm curious about those because I have been looking at those and the ingredients for those and comparing them
They're
to all
awesome.
my different special effects paints.
Yeah,
I
they're
just wanted
really.
to I just
What?
wanted to point out that the only controversy thing that I let bother me out of the beauty thing is the drama that happens with Kat Von D, like the whole vaccine thing. That's the only thing that will stop me from buying a product. It's because if you're willing to put somebody else's health at risk, I'm not gonna support you. I can't, I can't do it. You
Yeah.
know. That's the
Yeah.
only time that I'm like, whatever. The Laura Lee palette, that had a controversy itself, but it's not because of her racist comments or stuff in the past. Actually, that would probably bother me. I'd take that back a little bit. The fact that her little fakey apology that she
That was
wasn't really
horrible.
that she really wasn't sincere about that. But other than that, I think her palette itself is controversial because of the fact that they did not blend well. It was just so patchy and
See,
everything.
I got the I. Which one were you talking about? The Boss Babe and the Party Animal, or the Moody Patootie, or
The party animal one,
see,
the one
I've
with
got the. Did you get the one in a boxy charm, or did you get the other one?
I got the one in the boxy charm.
Okay, so what the one that you got, like, I ordered the shipment directly from her when it came out that day, and it came in a box, and so it was sealed okay, and it didn't dry out. The ones that were sent in the boxy charm were sent in plastic bags, and they dried out, and that's why they were patchy. There was a whole thing on them because I personally got both. I got one in a boxy charm, and I got the one that I ordered. The one in my boxy charm was crap. It was chalky and dry and just not good.
See,
And the
the
one
one
that I
Yeah.
ordered from
sorry, go
him
ahead.
was great.
the one that I got in BoxyCharm, because I remember talking to Mama Styles right after we'd gotten them. And I always do a thing where I don't look, I have no idea what I'm getting every month. I don't look at spoilers or whatnot. And then I just film the unboxing. In fact, mine is sitting over there waiting. It's been sitting there for 3 days. I better hurry up.
Yeah.
But the only problem that I had with the party animal palette, because I did a mini cut crease look on it, and it was the purple. The purple was a little patchy, but that's not uncommon for a lot of purples. And the rest of mine was fine. There was fallout, but mine wasn't horrible. It was still workable. And I love Best Friend in Your Thread. She says, "Oh, Angel says she loves your headset, Mama Styles." And
Thank
Best
you.
Friend in Your Thread, she says, "Oh yeah, lots of drama right now surrounding the beauty community, sadly. It's silly, more interested in the makeup." I agree. She said, "I like the lighthearted drama for fun, but they've gone too far these days." Yeah, it's exploded so much that I have a tendency to be really behind when it comes to drama in the first place. I admit it. I'm in my own little world with my makeup.
And
But
then
when I peek my
and
head out, it's gotten worse. And Best Friend in Your Thread, she said, "I don't weigh in on vaccines in the beauty community. It's not my thing. I prefer discussions about the makeup itself, not for their opinion on their personal junk." Yeah, it can be.
Yeah.
It goes. I don't even know half the stuff that's going on nowadays. Although I don't know why this is the thing that I think is weird, and then we'll go back to the other thing is with Kat Von D, and she's using her makeup platform to push other things about her child and vaccines and whatnot, which I would just kind of like, if she wants to talk about both, maybe keep them separate,
Yeah.
maybe not all in the same breath.
yeah, I think she made that big mistake. I would have still been supporting her if I had never found that out. It's like that's something personal. You don't post that up on social media, and people are just gonna nitpick at it all day long. You
Yeah.
know. And then
So
I don't like how she's handling herself over it.
yeah. Well,
To
so,
me, it's
yeah.
unprofessional in my eyes.
Yeah, I have to agree on that. Which, by the way, well, not by the way, but anyway, by segueing from that, Kimberlee, good Lord, sorry, I'm a little bit overtired. Bless you. My dog has had some problems with her coat and itching and stuff like that, so I've been up and down at night, taking
Poor
care of her.
baby.
Thank you. So if I'm a little bit fluffy tonight, or my head is like, it's because I'm a little overtired being up with my puppy. But this is the Beach Cosmetics. I believe it's the #1 foil eyes. And if you look right there, Kimberlee, there is the turquoise and there's the
Okay.
yellow.
Okay, can you
Awesome.
pull it up a little bit higher so
Yeah,
that I
hold it
can
up a little
see?
Yeah.
bit more.
Oh, there we go. Am I better now?
Oh, great.
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll have to order those.
Yeah, and it's super pigmented. I don't buy BH very often, but about a year ago, way before I was on that's when I was on Instagram. Hello, brain. Way before I was on YouTube, I was on Instagram, and I hadn't even been on there long. And I decided to do like every other month a new indie brand, and I think I bought like 4 or 5 palettes each time, especially for ones that were inexpensive. And I got that one for like $8. So
Yeah, they had a bunch of them for like $9 last month, and I ordered like 3 or 4 of them.
yeah, but that color is sick. That yellow and the turquoise, it's true to the color in the pan.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll
Um,
have to get it.
Interesting fact. BH Cosmetics used to be used a lot by Made You Look Lex. In her earlier days of YouTube, she used to do that whatever that type of makeup you do, that special effects.
Oh, special effects. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
So you used to like use it for certain stuff, like the shadows and all that stuff. um, to do her shading and such.
Oh yeah, I use eyeshadow. I use beauty makeup in FX all the time. I contour out my face with it. I do if I'm using cream makeup, I'll set it with eyeshadows. Depending certain things I set with baby powder. It's funny because you can do a lot of mixing between the two. I did that glitter neon look when I came back from being sick, and I kind of started back out with my more artistic stuff that I do more often. Um, I did a lot of stuff that was a mixture between the two. So you actually can do a lot of that. And one of the best ones, if you want to get into that, the 35B from Morphe is great. But if you want to go
They don't
even,
have it anymore. They discontinued it.
oh, that was so sad.
I know. I got it like 2 weeks before they discontinued it. It's gone.
I thought
You can
it
get it
was
on Macari though.
well, the one that I was going to suggest, if that was a little much, which is weird because it's really what was it, like $24? I was going to suggest the Back to Brazil palette, although those colors can mud up a
Have
little
it.
bit.
That's what I have on right now. Is the Take Me Back to Brazil.
Yeah, that's a really good one if you're just getting into FX and you need colored shadows and stuff like that for blending and contouring and setting and whatnot. I'm so sad though, because I haven't been on Morphe lately. I did a big order, what was it, a month ago? So, and
I
then
was
I,
really upset at the what was it? I was okay. I've got a brain fart right now.
that's okay. It
Were you
happens
gonna
all
say
the time.
something?
I call them live
Oh,
brain stalls.
that's what I was kind of upset. I ordered the Back to Brazil palette and I just got it a couple days ago, and so this is I think this is the first time I used it was today, and I was a lot smaller than I thought it was going to be. I thought it
Yeah.
was going to be like Morphe size, and it wasn't.
When I originally got it, it was I did not expect the pans to be dime sized. That
Yeah,
was
definitely not.
Hey Liz, Fashion Talents, great to see you. Join in. We're talking about beauty, special effects, all kinds of things. And if you have your costume ready or makeup you want to talk about it, feel free to join in. And please tweet this out if you can, because I completely forgot to tweet it out before I started. But
Yeah, but what
go
the
ahead.
hydroliners are awesome. I love these. I got 3 of them. I got the what is it? Dance Party, Fanny Pack, and Acid Trip, and they're so opaque. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like this. It's really cool. They're really, really cool.
Yeah, I actually, you know what I wanted to do? Because I was looking into those and I looked into when I was looking at the pictures of them a while back, because Space Panda was one of the first ones I ever found out about last year. Because it's so hard to find a really good white eyeliner that doesn't crack and crumple and without it being gel or something like that. And I looked at them and I was looking at them more recently and I said to my mom, I said, that looks like a special effects water activated paint. And I
Yeah,
was like,
they are exactly like that.
and I looked at the ingredients, and the various brands differ by what they are. Like, was it tag paints have a tendency to be a little bit more waxy? They don't feel waxy, but they bend with the skin more. And it makes sense. Their first ingredient is paraffin wax. And then stuff like Marin tends to be a creamier paint. Sure enough, I looked and compared them to all the different ones, Wolf, whatnot, the various ones I had, and I went, and then read it and went, it's special effects paint. I was like, are you kidding me? I've been using that the whole time for my eye looks. Although I still want to get some of them because they have some beautiful colors
Oh, they're
and
gorgeous.
like side by side compare them. But I was just like, well, because this is one of the reasons I bought this palette. This is Tags. Let me take the plastic off. I'm
I
weird.
was just looking at that palette on Amazon.
Yep.
Really quick before I forget, have you heard of Popping Pigments? It's a ad that's come up on Instagram quite a bit and on Facebook for a stack of neon pigments.
No, I have not heard of those. I've heard of Maya. Hey, Double J TV.
Well,
Um,
the reason
Let's
I'm
say
saying
Oh, hold on. Double J TV. I've only seen you come by, I think maybe once, but you look like you use like a lot of the neon paints that I use for my special effects. Go ahead, Kimberlee.
the reason I was saying something is I ordered a pigment stack through them, and it was ended up being a scam. And they're still advertising on Instagram. So it's called Poppin Pigments.
Oh, really?
Poppin Pigments, and they're advertising $17 plus shipping and handling for I think it's 8 or 10 stack of neon pigments. So make sure you are very careful if you order anything off Instagram.
Oh,
And
okay.
also
I'm gonna put that
Facebook
down in the
too.
chat box.
Yeah,
I'm
Facebook
just
as
thinking
well.
it's a scam.
Because a friend of mine, she ordered some lace front wigs, and to come to find out, they're not lace front. They actually look very fake and all that stuff. And so she ended up having to buy them from Amazon or eBay. And the sound effects is going off, Mr. Leo.
Sir Leo, our sound effects man. Yeah,
But
because
he's over there going, uh-oh.
the two of the water-based paints, because I have cream paints and otherwise and stuff like that, but just of the water-based, the two major ones I use are the Krylon and then also the tag. I think the tag is a little more opaque, but the Krylon, the colors definitely under UV light are great, especially if you put if you lay these down and then put a cream on top of them, that works really well. But
Um,
go ahead.
have you used your Marin tablet or palette that you got?
Oh yeah, definitely. I use Marin paints all the time. That
I
actually.
just ordered my first set of them.
Oh, what did you get? And I see. Oh wait, Double JTV. He says neon. Now you were talking my language. Oh, honey, I love neon. If you go back on my channel, there's a neon eye look, and then I just did a pumpkin character. Unfortunately, I didn't put the neon light with it, but I do have a lot of neon coming and a lot of neon products. I would love to know what you use with your neon products. I've got some cream neon products and some other stuff too. So we need to chat with each other about the neons because I've seen you and your neons, Double JTV. What did you get, Kimberlee, for the
I ordered
Marin?
that same palette that you ordered.
Oh, you got the full 30 set?
The big set. It was $99.
Yep. It's a
Oh,
beautiful palette.
you guys hear that noise again?
Yeah,
No.
I do. I hear it. That's really weird.
Yeah, that's really weird.
We're getting like it's Halloween time. The veil is thin.
Uh,
Perhaps things are. Hold on a second.
we're getting alien interference.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. I can hear your ice. Okay, let's see. That is really weird. Okay, yeah, we are definitely getting alien interference. Wow.
You sure the stream is not haunted?
It could be. I do have I do have a spirit that lives in my house. Like I kid you not, but he doesn't normally do stuff like that. That is really weird. I've never had that happen.
It's
Oh
there's
wait,
little green bars. Oh, go ahead.
Angel says, I think it's Hangout. She had the same thing happen to her last night.
Oh, really?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it could be a hangout. It may well just be hangouts because we had that issue happen right before we went on. So unfortunately that could be it. Gotta love it. Hold on, let me try a few things. All right, now I don't hear anything. I'm just turning up people off and on and seeing. Okay, now I've got Kimberlee back up. All right, Kimberlee, can you say something quickly?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, now let me put Mama Styles back up. Okay, there is a little bit of interference coming from her side. Let me turn Kimberlee down and see what I've got. Yes, sound checks on air. Isn't that fun, guys? Okay. All right. Now it seems to be gone. I don't know.
That's weird.
Okay, that was strange. Although spooky, and I'll take it.
Yes.
Spookiness. It's heading towards Halloween.
Yeah, it makes us feel like it's time to whip out the white sage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it says, let's see. Ammo says, I have a spirit friend. His name is Jones. All right, that's cool. History and reviews. He says, the girl on the bottom right is hot. I don't care if her husband gets pissed at me for saying it. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Are you talking about on the thumbnails? Then you were saying, well, okay, if you're complimenting Kimberlee, you could say, I don't know if she wants you to use hot or not, but you could say beautiful or pretty. I don't know. Some people don't mind hot, some people do. It's up to Kimberlee whether she accepts that or not.
Thank you.
So I've had people accept and say cool, and I've had other people say they don't like it. So whatever. So I
I'll
think
take what I can get. No, I'm just
I think all the ladies are beautiful on here. So as long as it's everybody's comfortable with it, that's cool. So history and reviews, thank you. Just don't take it any farther than hot. Okay. Um, let's see.
another. Oh,
Ammo Animation says I actually do have a friend named Jones, but he's alive and breathing. Okay, that's very funny. Um, okay, you guys are funny.
saucy. I
I
like
love
that stuff.
that. She is saucy. I like this. Saucy. I also like when people say salty. It's funny. I'll actually no, but that's a whole nother thing, and that has to do with another channel that I came across being dramatic. And I'm not going to bring it up or who it was. It was a big, not a big channel. I'd say a mid-range channel, and I'm not even going to give like word to it by saying who it was because it was so annoying. But it was a lot of dramatic. There really is a lot of drama going on because just going along, and I was watching something and somebody came up that normally is not dramatic, that was complaining and fussing and, pardon me, but bitching about this and that and the other thing, and it was really stupid and really put me off to the channel. In fact, I don't even bother to watch that channel anymore. So people, be careful how dramatic you get because you may be turning people off. We all just want
Definitely.
to come and watch the makeup.
Or how about this? Keep your personal crap off your channel.
There you go.
That
I,
works too.
I love how Mama says it. Keep your personal crap off your channel. Yeah, if that's what you're doing.
Like anything that you know is gonna cause anything controversial, keep it off. Keep it simple. Like if you're gonna talk about your family a little bit. But don't pull stuff in like that's gonna cause a problem, like your political stuff or um this whole race stuff. Don't pull that in there. Don't pull in the vaccine crap. You know, it's
Yeah.
just keep it
Well,
simple.
see, I have a thing on my channel. I am all about, and of course it's going to start up again because I'm going to say something. Good Lord. We're definitely having special effects tonight over the airwaves. Hold
Is
on.
that your dog barking?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I apologize. I've got two puppies and they're going crazy. They'll calm down in just a second.
Okay. Yeah, see, this is the
So
thing. Oh, hey, is Ashley on here? I did see some. Yes, she is. Hey, Ashley, how are you? This is the thing about drama and whatnot. I don't believe in drama and what. I do
Quiet!
believe in having discussions about things that sometimes are more difficult.
Quiet!
But we have those in a rational and reasonable manner. Angel's often been the co-host for them, and we've had conversations about about Christianity, other religions, disability, whatnot. And those are all the things that I think, are things that should be talked about. And people can have different opinions, and that's great. But when it comes down to, I mean, I'm sorry, and I'm going to make this the last we probably say about it, and then go back to talking about things that are fun. But when you get down to stuff like Laura Lee, having a sob fest on YouTube, which I did not watch, I just saw little blips of it. It gets a little bit ridiculous. That's no longer like a reasonable conversation or being rational and laying things out. It's
Yeah.
just getting like it's like nonsense. Let's see, life continues. I hate slow mode. I can't type. I don't think I have slow mode on. Oh, hey, Nelly, what's
Yeah, you
up?
do.
Um,
I see it up. It says slow mode is on,
it
so I can
shouldn't be on.
understand.
Hold on, let me fix that then, because it shouldn't. That is so weird. So many weird things are happening tonight because I never set slow mode. Even when it's like a ton of people, I never hit slow mode because I hate it. And I don't even like the word hate. Hold on. Okay. Everything is going slow tonight. What is going on? Oh
The
my
word,
goodness. Thank
the
you
word,
everybody for sticking with us. Okay, let me take it off.
Oh
the
my
Okay.
word
gosh,
hate can be
All right
used,
guys,
but it's
slow
just
mode
how you
is
use
off.
it.
Okay, here we go. Slow mode is off. Yeah, I don't like slow mode even when I've had chats on when I first started, we had like a ton of people and it was going super fast. And even then I'd rather just let it go really, really fast. So there you go, Ashley. Thank you for saying something. I fixed it for you, honey. All right, so let's go back because this is I'm sorry guys, it's just a weird night. I don't know why we're getting all the interference, but very exciting. Liz, I know I was just pressing the enter button. Um, anyway, she did not start out small. She got a palette that is much treasured amongst the special effects community. I know many people who want it. I waited a while to get it. Do you have it with you right now? It's the Marin 30 color palette. Well, it's not actually 30 colors, but anyway, it's the 30 palette. I don't know. Can you hear me?
you're talking to me?
This is so weird. Kimberlee?
Yeah.
Okay, now I can hear you. All right, because I didn't know if you could hear me or not. All right, now it's coming through Mama Styles's end because I just turned her down and now it's okay. I've got her sound off. You know what, Mama Styles, can you try signing out and then signing back in again because it seems to be coming from yours now.
Okay, let me see if I can do something.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yep.
Yeah,
Because
it's
we didn't
coming
have
from her.
any. Yeah, there wasn't. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Hold on one second. Sorry, guys, we were a little bit thrown off. Oh Lord, hold on, guys. I just had a major fallout in my studio. It is something else tonight. Wow.
Okay, I'm back.
All right. Yeah, it's coming back in. I'm just gonna turn you down a little bit. Okay.
I wonder if it could be my headset or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like it's coming from your thing.
Yeah, it's something coming from your end. Um, all right, you know what? You can hear, I'm going to turn you down for a little bit right now because it seems to come and go, and then I'll try to pop it back up. Maybe it'll go away after a little bit. Anyway, let's keep going. This is the set that we were talking about, guys. This is a 30 pot palette that is definitely something,
Gorgeous.
yeah, it's something that a lot of people who do special effects really want and dream of having. And those of us who have it, it's much treasured. Do you happen to have yours, Kimberlee?
I ordered it. I just ordered it. Is what I was saying. Um,
Oh, okay. I couldn't hear you. Let me
I've
show
got.
everybody.
I literally just had my dad bring like 10 boxes in here, and so I'm like unboxing stuff right now. I'm talking with you.
Okay, I
I,
will show everyone. This is what she got. And there are three blacks and three whites, which I don't usually use them in a palette because I keep big rounds of them. But this is the beautiful palette. If you go
it's
to my latest,
amazing.
yeah, if you go to my latest video, I use that in the, what is it, Fiery Evil Pumpkin Queen. This gets used a fair amount in that video. So, and it will get used a lot more, but Marin's really creamy paints, so they're fun to use for that. I'm so excited that you got it. That a lot of people wait like a long time to get that, so that's really exciting that you got that.
I know. I'm so. My dad, when my all my makeup case and everything got stolen, my dad was so sweet and just basically was like, order the things that you really need, and then because
Uh,
the whole reason I got into makeup was I was in a really abusive relationship and was beat up and kidnapped and just a whole. I mean, I'll get into it at another time, but I have really bad PTSD and anxiety from that, and I would get into these like episodes where I just sleep all day long, and not from depression but from my anxiety being so bad that I didn't want to do anything. And I was really into art when I was younger, and then I started watching these YouTube videos and was like, oh my god, I can get back into my art and do it on my face, and
wow.
it takes away my anxiety, and so I just hopped in with both feet and have been doing it since, and it's really saved my life. I mean,
That is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, not only being so important, but art can really do that. Angie, geez, what is with my mouth tonight? Ashley, the cost of it is $99. And if you go to my last video, the Fiery Pumpkin Queen or the Flaming Pumpkin Queen, whatever I named it, scroll down. In fact, I'll go get the link, and I have my Amazon Associates link linked right there to get it. So here, let me put the Pumpkin Queen.
I think right now there's a 5% off coupon too if you do it on Amazon.
Yeah, and let me give you my link, and then also I have a free link. If you don't have Amazon Prime, I've got a link for that for the whole thing. And here, I will show you. I'll give you the link to that. That's really fantastic that that helped bring you around. I think art really has the ability to do that for people because I've always been an artist, and but for a long time I didn't do my special effects or my painting or some of my stuff. And once I started doing it again, after getting fibromyalgia and severe rheumatoid arthritis, it definitely helped a lot. And sometimes when I would have fevers and whatnot, it would help me out. And I actually like ended up having, fevers go away and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool.
That's
Here, let me
awesome.
pull this up.
I know it's not just. I mean, people think, oh yeah, you're vain because you know, care about your looks and makeup and all that, and it's not even that. Like to me, it's the art
No,
of it.
yeah.
Like I love, blending is like I don't know, and it sounds stupid or cliche or whatever, but blending two colors together and getting a perfect blend and like creating something that you have in your mind, I just love it.
I do too. I love all the aspects. I mean, to me, it's yeah. Also, it's the art of it, and to me, it's no different than it's just a different canvas. I don't
Yep, it's
particularly
exactly.
like. I don't like canvases, the flat canvases. I was trained to paint on them, but I've always liked objects like boxes or figures or people or whatnot. Um, Let me put that up, and then I'll put the actual link up for you, Ashley, so you can get
So
one yourself.
you know the Huda Beauty palettes that everybody's talking about, the Magnificent Metals?
Um,
You,
The little ones that they just did, because
Yeah.
yeah,
They are really little.
yeah, I've seen
I
them.
didn't I just got this in the mail from Sephora and it is tiny. I didn't think they were that little.
Wait, hold it up again.
It's so tiny.
Oh yeah, I was in line and I almost bought one, and I put it back down because I really like the colors, but for $27 it was a bit much. Yeah, here we go.
February is my birthday, so I had to get the amethyst one.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna end up getting one of them.
Very pretty
Because
though.
yeah, they are. They've got some gorgeous ones. Let's see. Let me go back over here and paste this. Okay, here we go. And for anybody who's interested, here we go. There is the palette, and there is the safe link to the palette. For the 30 palette. Oh wow, that is gorgeous. Yes, I love that. That's one of the ones I was looking at, definitely. Yeah, and what Ashley was also saying, she says, I love that makeup helps you. Um Loose Fashion Toads, let me order it. Well, there you go. The Marin 30 color palette. Click the link. And any of the links, actually, all my videos, any of the Amazon links actually go back to my Amazon Associates account. And I actually have it hooked up. So the small percentage I do earn from it goes right back into Amazon for buying more products. So it helps me make more videos for you. So, and it doesn't
Um,
cost you any more or anything else like that.
so I wanted to mention the fact that if some people have makeup they do not like, that they don't even bother to open it, or they got it from a box of charm or such, and they don't want to use it, if you aren't gonna give it away to somebody you know, at least take it to a homeless shelter or a shelter for women who go to those shelters to escape domestic violence.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if you guys I'm a recovering addict and so and I'll have 3 years clean coming up. And
Awesome.
I
Congratulations.
work with a shelter here in town and a recovery center, and so the makeup that I get, or I have a couple companies that I'm fortunate enough to send me makeup. I always make sure that I give it to them because there's a lot of women that are reentering the workforce from
Right.
active addiction or abuse or whatever, and that's what they need to help their confidence to be able to get back there. Just that little bit you don't think could do much really does a lot for the women that are
Well,
going back out in the world.
this is something interesting. I knew that they took, because I used to work at a women's homeless shelter when I was 16, and I ended up doing counseling, which is a little weird that a 16-year-old was doing counseling for grown women, but I guess they said I was good at it and they let me do it. So, I don't know. That's a little odd to say that, but true. And I knew that they took clothing to help women put together outfits for interviews and stuff like that, but I did not realize that they took makeup. Um, can it be? I know if it's new makeup, do they take gently used? Is there a specific?
It depends on the place that you're doing. A lot of like the like I don't know if you guys have a mission where you're at, or
I'm sure
um
there's probably one around here.
yeah, usually they will only take brand new stuff.
Okay,
But there are places like recovery centers, like inpatient treatment programs. They'll take stuff that's gently used but sanitized,
right.
and then they'll re-sanitize it. So as long as it's sanitizable, it's not something like a liquid lipstick or a mascara or an eyeliner or something like that. Something that can be sanitized fully. They'll take it. But But it all depends on what place you work with.
Right. Well, that's interesting to know. I didn't know they took makeup, so I'll have to look into that because there's a fair amount of BoxyCharm stuff that I try once and it's not going to
Yeah.
get used, you know.
Yeah, I
And
have a lot of stuff that I'll get it and try it once for Instagram post, and then if I don't like it, I just,
mhm.
I give it away.
No, no, and it's fair enough because I mean, makeup artists. There's a lot of things that get used repeatedly as long as it's sanitized properly. The only thing, and this kind of freaks me out, and it's not just freaking me out. It was I don't remember the name of it, but it was also the markup that they were doing on this. There was a company around for a while, and I don't see them very much on Instagram anymore. In fact, I haven't seen them in forever. They used to advertise on Instagram all the time. It was a company that you sold your makeup to. You had to have at least 20 pieces of makeup, and they would buy, oh, Glambot. That's what it was.
I've heard of
Um,
them. Yeah.
yeah, supposedly it would have at least 20 pieces of makeup, and then they would buy your used makeup from you, but you ended up like somebody showed like how much they gave. They like it was like $500 worth of makeup and they only get like, $20 or something like that. I was
It's
just curious if
ridiculous.
yeah, I was curious if anybody saw that and if anybody has seen it lately because they seem to have disappeared.
I've
I
heard of
haven't.
them, but yeah, I've heard of them like through people, but I haven't. It's Glambot, right?
Yeah, yeah, that was the name, and I was just thinking of it because I mean it's one thing to be giving it away and whatnot, but it was like they
Yeah,
were
they're
rip
still
basically.
around.
Are they? They're still around. Oh my
Yep.
gosh. I couldn't believe it too because you had to have like 20 pieces of makeup and all this kind of stuff, and and they give you like barely anything in return, yet they would sell it at like the supposedly huge reductions, but it would be almost at full price. It was like
Yeah,
crazy.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
That's
well,
like Macari. I've seen palettes on there that, like the Jeffree Star palette, that thirsty palette I was looking, and I paid what, 50 or no, I paid $48 for it. And
right.
there's people on there selling just the postcard that came in the package for like $60.
What
And they were sold. And I'm like, I've got lots of postcards that people can have for $60 a piece.
the hell are you
And
gonna do with the postcard?
I don't
I
know.
mean, I guess if
And
you're
the
like a
palette was
super
like
fan,
100,
but
120, 200, to up to like 200 and something. I mean, just ridiculous.
people see they get out of control and stuff like that. And I buy a lot of my special, in fact, I buy almost all my special effects makeup from Amazon because and actually I buy a lot of my tech gear from Amazon too.
I love
My
Amazon.
Yeah, interview use stories. My guest last week was MFN Productions, which is not just a channel; it really is his production business. And they filmed some beautiful things. And he was telling me, he's like, I don't go to the camera shops or the other, BH. Photography is a big company. It's on 34th and Ninth in New York, and a lot of people buy things from it through the internet. And I look at it and I'll go into the store and look at it being that I'm near New York, but I almost never buy from it. And he said, good for you, don't, unless there's a good deal. It's so much cheaper on Amazon. And Amazon, the same thing. I won't buy makeup from eBay because there's a lot of fakes.
Yeah, I won't use eBay.
Yeah, but Amazon, as long as when you look at the vendor, they have a 98.99 rating and Amazon backs it, then I've never had a fake from Amazon. So,
I actually, the first palette I ordered from Amazon was a Morphe palette and it was a fake. But they
really?
were awesome. I called them and told them, and they refunded my money so quick, and then kicked that seller off of the thing. But yeah, it was a fake Morphe palette.
That's incredible. But yeah, you know what? That sounds like Amazon because they are very strict
Oh,
about
they're
their
amazing.
vendors.
And they're amazing with customer service.
They really are. I've had stuff that I called in and the case was cracked or something else was, this happened. And they were like, no problem. And they've nere even made me send anything back. They're just like, forget
I
it. You
know,
can
they're
either
amazing.
keep it or throw it out. Just, we'll cover it. That's it. They're awesome. Do they do the same thing with you?
Yeah, they just refunded my money.
Yeah, they're super amazing. That's why I tell people when I do my things and I put all the links in my videos, I was like, seriously, go through Amazon. They will
Yeah, I
back
love
you up,
Amazon.
and they're better than I mean, I was surprised even some of the sugar pill pigments that I was using. I got it through Beautylish. I looked it up. It was actually cheaper on Amazon. It was sold by Sugar Pill on Amazon, and Amazon, if anything was wrong with it, would probably back it up way faster than Sephora,
Oh,
because
definitely.
oh, I almost killed Sephora this summer. PMDB Live, thank you so much. We're doing great. We're having a little bit of technical difficulty tonight. My co-host, for some reason, we're having interference coming through, so she's not talking as much as usual. But we're just kind of swinging with it the best as we can. I feel bad. But you know what Sephora did to me? What was it? Not the last big sale, but the sale before it. What was it? I believe it was in, what was it, April or May. I bought a bunch of stuff, and that's when I bought a bunch of the Touch and Soul. It's the similar stuff to the Glitter and
Oh
Glow.
yeah, what you were showing me before.
Yeah, and I've got some right here. Here we go. This stuff, guys. It came out right around the time of the Glitter and Glow. One side is glitter and one side is metal shadow. And I loved the silver and I loved the plum color Lottie. So I bought 4 new colors and I did a video on it, which I never edited it. And I probably won't now because I'm going to tell you what happened. I do still have the footage. Um, but all of the colors except for one were horribly patchy. It didn't matter if I used them with a base. It didn't matter if I used them with eyeshadow. It didn't matter if I used them without a base. It was like every combination I tried, they would just patch up like within, seconds of me putting it on, and it was ridiculous, except one color, which you guys will see coming out, color called Linda, and it's very green, and I'm sure you can imagine what I might do with it coming up.
Yep.
But I went to return it, and I also was doing, and this is going to be coming back, my quest for my Holy Grail foundation. I don't wear foundation, but for rarely. I've worn it once on YouTube, and just for that video, and I'll wear it some more for other things, but I like to at least have one that I really like on hand. And I'm going to continue the quest now that it's cool out again. So I took all this stuff back and I tried Estee Lauder Double Wear, which for anybody who's not aware is expensive. It's not a cheap foundation, and neither is the concealer. I went to the J.C. Penney to return them, and they said, we can't take your return here. And I said, what are you talking about? It says right here on the list, you can return it any Sephora or any, Sephora inside of J.C. Penney's as long as you have your packing slip. And they said, we can't allow you to do it. And I said, they're like, it won't take it. And it was before they even tried. They said, well, we have a feeling they were not going to take it. And I'm like, how do you even know you have a feeling? I mean, I've never had a store tell me that before in my
I have a
life.
feeling it's not gonna take it.
Yeah,
Sounds like
seriously.
laziness.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. And sure
Bad
enough,
customer service.
yeah, so I did. They went and did it, and they said, no, they won't take it. And I said, I've got my receipt, I've got everything. So they said, well, you can drive to the Freehold one. And I said, that's a little ways away. I have a disability, and I wasn't doing well with my RA at the time. I wasn't really driving distances. In fact, I really wasn't driving much. When my RA flares, I don't drive out of safety
Well,
concerns.
yeah.
It's not a good idea. I could kill someone, I could kill myself, it's just not smart. So I said, well, what
So,
am I supposed to do? And they said, well, you could try to mail it back, but you might not make it. And So I went home and I called Sephora and they said, well, it's probably too late. You're not going to make it. And I was like, so it doesn't even matter if it's the packing slip, because a lot of the time, if you have at least that date on it. And they said, no, you had to figure out a way to get it all the way to a store half an hour away. And I said, well, wait a second. What is the reason? And they said, well, it says on here that you returned something too soon. And I said, I haven't returned something to that store in over a year and a half. And he says, well, that's what it says. And I said, go ahead and look it up. And he looked it up and he said, wait, you haven't returned something to that store in longer than that. It's been 2 years. And I was like, okay, so I'm not over returning. And it turns out I talked to somebody later. This is just a warning for anybody.
It shouldn't matter. You had your receipt. That's just stupid. But go on. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Turns out a lot of the time, and this is a warning for anybody shopping with Sephora, and this is ridiculous. I'm supposedly a VIB, like top
Rouge.
level, whatever. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, well, that really helped with that. It turns out that the Sephoras that are inside the JC Penney,
They're not Sephora's.
they're not Sephora's, they're not Sephora employees, and if they don't carry a product, they often refuse to take it back, even though it says that they're supposed to.
I've
Hey,
heard that.
Nikki Wilson, Bushcraft and Survival, how are you? So, yeah, definitely be very careful about that. And if you expect to return it, or you're not that close to a regular one, or I mean, I have a lot of makeup places around me. Sephora is actually the
You're
one
in New
that,
York City. I mean,
well, yeah, I mean, I have New York City fairly close to me too, but this Sephora is like 5 minutes from my house.
yeah.
So I figured, it should be fine, but no. And the other store is half an hour. New York City, yeah, you're fine. I mean, there's one like every third block. But I'm not directly in the city. I'm right outside it. So, but yeah, be careful because if it is a JC Penney, they will do that to you. And you know what the guy said to me? He said, well, we'll give you 200 points
What's that gonna
for
do?
going either.
Isn't that like
Yeah,
$2?
yeah, something like that. And I said, and how is that going to get me there to return my stuff? Luckily, and this was not thanks to Sephora. Luckily, my mom said to me, I was telling you, she's like, I will take you. I will take you so you can get your money back. But yeah, so definitely watch out. Um, for anybody who's listening. And we get a lot of people on the replay. So anybody on the replay, thank you for listening on the replay as well as everybody else. But watch out about returning things to JCPenney, Sephora. If they don't carry it, they may not take it back. And you may get, nothing for it. They can just tell you no, and there's nothing you can do about it, which I thought people should know. I don't know why I haven't brought that up sooner, but
I
Oh my
thought
god. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen. I just got this in my Sephora box. It's
oh,
a
let me
little
see.
Dior foundation. Isn't that the cutest little bottle?
Oh, what kind of foundation is this? See, this is the thing. I'm deciding on which foundation I'm trying next for my quest for the Holy Grail. I
It's a
will never
sample.
be.
It's a sample for the Dior backstage that I got
I'm
from
gonna.
Sephora. Speaking of
Oh,
Sephora,
cool. Yeah, I'm
yeah,
trying to decide the next one because my skin is normal to combination, which, I get a little bit dry here and a little bit oily here, but it's mostly normal. But Estee Lauder Double Wear dried my face out that I so badly I paid for it for 2 or 3 days.
yeah,
So
they
I'm
sent me
trying
a
to.
bunch of foundation samples.
Oh, that's awesome. You had to tell what kind of skin do you have?
I've got like combination. I get really oily right in my T zone, and I'm dry like on my chin and the sides of my cheeks. But I've got really horrible texture from acne scarring from when I was in school,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's like one of my biggest things.
Oh, all right. Well, when you try them out, let me know because
I will definitely.
I've got to pick the next one I'm going to try out in the quest, and I will never be a girl who wears it daily. I will probably never be a girl who wears it regularly on YouTube.
Well,
But
you have beautiful skin, so you don't have to.
I actually have explosion scars on my forehead, but nobody notices them even in person. Yeah, next time I do a video, I will zoom in as close as I can, and then you'll finally be able to see them. But even when I was in the emergency room a couple times, I pointed them out. And until they looked really close at my neck right here, there's a V shape because I was wearing a V-neck top when my oven exploded. And then I was bent over, so it flew into my head. It picked me up and threw me 10 feet. So
Oh wow.
I was very lucky healing. But yeah, I even had a boyfriend who was a physician that he didn't notice until I pointed it out. So
Oh wow.
I'm very lucky. But I will continue to look because I usually like to have one on hand that I like.
I still have not found. I do like this new NYX 20 can't stop won't stop. I do like that. I've tried it twice, so I mean I'm kind of reviewed it into it a little bit, but I'm gonna wear it for a full week and see how I like it.
Awesome. Oh, Wrestler Mania, how are you? Good to see you. He says hello, Angel, baby, baby. Um, all right,
And
Mama Styles sounds like it sounds like her transmission is getting better now because I'm not
yeah,
hearing. It's definitely, yeah. I don't know what the ghosts are tonight, guys.
yeah.
Um,
Um, am I the only type of person that does not like to really buy high-end foundation or high-end mascaras? I feel like those things are just way too expensive that I just rather purchase them drugstore wise and they work just as well.
I think mascara I won't buy high end. I mean, I get enough of them in my subscription boxes. Like right now, I'm using the superhero, the It Cosmetics one.
Oh, there's a
oh,
dupe for that. If there's a dupe, it's an
oh,
essence. It's an
by
essence
the way,
bro.
if anybody has opened their BoxyCharm, don't tell me because I haven't opened mine yet and have no
Well,
idea
oh,
what's in
sorry.
it.
My favorite mascara of all times, though, is the L'Oreal Paris Fiber mascara. It's blue and black, and it's just a long tube, and it's got a primer on one side and the mascara on the other. That I look like I have false lashes with that mascara on, and it's like $5, I think. It's cheap.
Cool. I'm gonna have to write that down and check that out.
Yeah, I'll send it the name of it to you.
Awesome,
Or if you look
definitely.
on my Instagram, you'll see it. It's all in my description when I have like my last one. I've got. I guess I can look it up really quick.
But
Don't worry about it. I can look that up. Go ahead, Mama Styles.
there is a dupe for that mascara. I went and Googled it up, and it's from Essence. It's Princess something, and I plan on buying it. It's like $5. That mascara that she just showed you is $24.
Yeah,
So
I don't
it's
like
a.
it.
I mean,
Uh,
I love it, but I just feel like if I want to pay for something cheaper and not have to pay $24 for something that I'm gonna have to throw away in 3 to 6 months. That's why I don't.
see, I don't throw them away in 3 to 6 months.
I know, I don't either. I'm horrible
I
about it.
don't.
It's
I don't follow the
I
rules
don't
on any
either,
of it.
but it's something that mascara is just a waste of money, high end. But if you
Yeah,
get it,
I think that too.
but if you get in your boxes, more power to you. Use them, but find
Yeah, that's.
dupes. Find dupes. Look up dupes. I am serious. Like look them up
I
Well,
love
because
Hush, like Shop Hush.
let's see. Was it Angel Dominguez says, Mama Styles, I don't like foundation. I knew that. She says, and when I buy mascara, I'm always looking for a deal. And WrestleMania, Jamie says, I personally do not buy high-end foundation or mascara. Yeah, but we know you buy the hairspray a lot and the gel. We got you with that, Jamie. I love his sense of humor. And Enzo, how are you? Thank you so much, guys, for stopping in. As for foundation and mascara, I have to admit, yes, I do. Well, right now, I don't need to buy mascara because even before I only get BoxyCharm, but even before that, for some reason, I was always given a lot of mascara. Have I bought and do I buy expensive mascara? Yes. Do I need to for the next like God knows how many, like how
No.
long? No. I mean, I don't have enough eyeballs for all the mascara that I've got and like full size and everything. Foundation, absolutely. I buy whatever feels good on my face and that I can handle because my face is, I am so incredibly finicky and picky about not only what it looks like, but what it feels like. So yeah,
Have you
I
tried
actually
the
will.
Urban Decay All Nighter?
No, I have not. See, that's, I'm
I
trying to
love that
decide,
foundation.
is it good for, because that was the problem that I
It's
had
good for
with,
combo.
okay, good. Because
Go in
I
and get a
don't like
sample.
super matte. Yeah, see, that's what I have to decide what I want to get next, which sample I want to get next. Because I don't like super matte and I don't like super dewy because I
Yeah,
don't
it's
want to look like
mid.
my face is drying out and I don't want to look like I'm sweating like a pig. Like I kind of want like, normal, normal wear.
Yeah.
But like I said, the other one dried me out so badly and they said it wouldn't, but so I'm trying to decide amongst all of them. Although I'm not against trying a drugstore one, and I've heard that supposedly there's a Wet and Wild one that is
Yeah, the
pretty
photo
good.
finish. I love that one too. I use that a lot.
The photo finish one smells like paint from what I hear.
Yeah,
I
it
won't.
smells.
I won't use it. I don't. I don't think I would like it. If it smells like
It
paint,
smells like latex, like house paint, is what it smells like. But it goes
if
right
it's
away.
but if it smells like that, I don't want to put it on my face. I don't know what's
Yeah,
in it,
true.
so no, no, thank you. That me.
Hold on a second. I've got this though, so I don't know if it would bother me since I have liquid latex.
I know it's not as bad as liquid latex. I've got liquid latex right here too. I know.
But I have dry skin, so I'm not the type of person that has to have like the the Fit Me foundation that has like the more dewy side to it. I use that, and then I use
Yeah.
the
Have you just tried
foundations.
mixing moisturizer in with your foundations? I know that I take like sometimes like if I'm doing a really nice like night look or something, I'll mix like three foundations together.
No, I
Oh
haven't
yeah.
done that.
Yeah, I have.
Um,
I haven't
I
mixed three foundations together, but mixing in the moisturizer or putting a lot of moisturizer on, yeah, I've tried that. I wanted to try
Okay.
doing the Estee Lauder Double Wear and mixing it with the Lancome dual finish, but it just, I can't explain like how raw my face felt that I was like, just go get the Lancome and do it, and I couldn't. I couldn't bring myself to do it. It was like, because right here, by the end of the day, it's in my videos, but by the end of the day, it looked like I had wrinkles here. It pulled my skin so tight. It was like if you pull your face tight like this and then you put latex on it and you let it dry and then let it go, it'll give you like it's instant aging. It looks like I had done that with latex when I did that with the foundation. It was incredible.
I
well,
speaking of having your skin raw, I use that Dermanova lace appeal that everybody's been talking about lately, and it made my skin so raw. I never have like allergic reactions or anything, but I put that stuff on. You're supposed to leave it on for 15 minutes. I had it on my skin for 5, and I for 3 days I couldn't wear any makeup because my skin was just raw and red, and it was horrible.
Ooh.
I've never experienced anything like that.
Yeah, see, that's what happens with my face with foundation. If it's not just right, that's what it feels like. So
Yeah, it was
I'm,
horrible.
yeah, not good. That sounds terrible. I know exactly what that feels like. Well, Mama Styles, if you have drier skin, because mine's not like right now, I don't have anything on my face, and I don't think I put moisturizer on either. and it doesn't feel dry or anything, but I don't know. I don't know. Maybe
I
mine's just
I have to make sure I moisturize my skin, especially my under eye area, because if I put concealer on, if there's like any dry stuff going on, um,
It
it just
sticks.
yeah, and it makes you look older and all that other stuff.
What moisturizer do you use? I'm looking for a good moisturizer.
I have
oh, I have
a
some awesome ones. Go ahead.
Elf under eye moisturizer that I use under my eye. I
Is it
also
the
have
under moisturizing primer or is it just a moisturizer?
it's just a moisturizer. And
Okay.
then I have another moisturizer. I forgot the name of it, but it has hyaluronic acid in it, and hyaluronic acid is actually very, very good for your skin, especially since it helps your skin retain the moisture. Because as you get older, your skin doesn't retain it as much.
Yeah.
And your under eye area is like also the thinnest part, of your skin on your face, and so it's the area that gets the driest the first and shows your age more. Like, I don't really, honestly, I don't look like I have hardly any fine lines, and I'm 32, but I noticed that if I put concealer on, it starts to crease a little bit underneath here.
I do too. It depends on the concealer I use though, and if I don't moisturize like you said, mine gets
Yeah,
really bad. I've got like I'm 32 too, and I've got lines right here. I'm
yeah.
starting to get, and I'm like, oh god, no! I'm getting these like little like because I do this.
They call them the
Well, if you
11.
if you if you move your forehead up and down, you get these little lines, expression lines too. And I got
Here,
them pretty
Sissy,
prominent,
or
and
Chip, bring Chip in here.
but when
Sorry.
I but when I exfoliate my face and doing all that stuff, they don't look as prominent, like out there, right, bam in your face type of thing. And you moisturize your skin. The stuff that I have from Olay, it's also one of the anti-aging stuff, and it helps with my skin. So I have to, make sure I moisturize my skin. But also, people don't realize good skincare starts with drinking water.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
drink water.
Yeah.
that's this is my water bottle.
Yeah, I've
But
got one here too.
normally this is 64 ounces, and no,
Hey there,
the
baby.
whole reason I have a
Puppy.
64-ounce water bottle is
Yes.
because of swimming, and I get to go back to swimming soon, thank God. But it's in Hydro Flask. I totally recommend them because they keep things cold for 24 hours and hot for 12. And you can get like all the different lids and whatnot, and you can even customize them now. Of course, since I bought mine, like you can make the different colors and the whatnot and the different handles, which is cool. And I dropped that thing, it's rolled under my car, but I have the 64-ounce one because when I'm swimming, you can't really like get out of the lane and like go fill up your water bottle and come back because somebody can either take your lane. And the other thing is in the winter when I'm swimming, the drinking fountain in my gym, there's two pools, it doesn't have like the water filtration thing to fill up your bottle. It only has the drinking fountain part, which grosses me out. Like, I just do not want to fill my water bottle from the drinking fountain part that people put their mouth on.
And
That's
people spit in there, and oh god. Ugh.
exactly. And I have an autoimmune disease, which so I'm already. The rest of the gym has the ones that are at the back where you like unscrew it and you put it to like the filtered water, and there's no way for anybody to touch where the water comes out. So I ended up buying that because so I wouldn't run out of water, and I can still like kill the whole thing when I'm swimming, which yay, hopefully I get to go back this week. But the other one is 30 ounce, and that's what I normally carry because this thing is like this is heavy when it's filled. It's like I call it the silver bullet. But yeah, water makes a huge difference, and this is one that Mama Styles is going to love because I used to use all high end moisturizers and stuff like that. I have one thing that I use on occasion, but I've completely switched over to all drugstore, and these are the ones I get asked for all the time.
Sorry.
During the day, I use the Neutrogena water gel, and they have regular and extra dry, and it has hyaluronic acid and ceramides. And then at night, I use, and it's this is so cheap. It's a giant jar, 16 ounces, and it's like I think $14 or $15. CeraVe. And I put that on before I go in the pool to protect my face from the chlorine and before I go to bed. And like
Oh, that
it
makes sense. I never thought about correcting your face from the chlorine.
Yep. I always put it on before I go into the pool, and that's why my skin stays like that. That's what I use. I drink a ton of water. I use this during the day, and
So what is that
then
Neutrogena? What? Well,
this
I'm
is
writing it down.
Neutrogena Hydro Boost, and they have it
Okay.
in regular and in extra dry, which I have both of. And you can put it I use the extra dry when it's really cold out, because you can put it on whether it's winter or summer, and it doesn't give that like heavy greasy feel, but it moisturizes your skin, and you can put it on your eyes and everything. It's really sensitive. And then the CeraVe, I put it all over my face. I put it up behind my ears. Like, don't forget to go up your jaw and behind your ears, and then down my neck. And it's, I mean, I think the first time I bought it was $16 for 16 ounces. And then ever since then, I bought it on Amazon. I think it's $14 or $15 for a 16-ounce jar. And
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
that's what keeps my face this way, are those two things. Because I get a lot of people asking, they're like, what do you put on your face? And that's it. Water and those two things.
What do you cleanse with?
Oh, I use two things. It depends what I've had on my face. I either use St. Ives, what is
The
it?
apricot.
The apricot. Um, I use the St. Ives apricot, or I use this one Clearasil that, and it has toning pads. Like if I really want to take certain things off, that one I'm gonna have to write down for you though, because I don't remember the name of it.
I
But it's
use this
like
stuff.
it's unscented, and it's really weird because it works so good. I can tell when I haven't used it, because when I'm using it, I don't get any pimples. I can tell I haven't used it because um it like supposedly keeps pimples away weeks in advance. And it really works, because I haven't used it in 2 or 3 weeks. I have a pimple. If I use it, I don't get any pimples. So I'll come
I've
back
been using.
afterwards and write it down.
Yeah, I've been using this stuff called Acne Dote, and it's like $7 at Walmart, and
Hmm.
it's in a tube, and I love that stuff. It makes my skin feel so good. It's got a little bit of a grit to it. You know, it takes my makeup off really well. But I've been using this. It's called Cocoa Me, and it's just coconut oil in a stick, and that stuff is amazing.
Oh, I keep a gallon jar of coconut oil. I
They
always
sent
have
me.
a gallon jar.
I'll have to send you some. The company Cocoa Me sent me a bunch of stuff in PR, and so I'll send you a couple
Awesome.
tubes of it. It
Cool.
works really
Thank
great.
you. That would be fantastic. Yeah, I love that stuff, because coconut oil is so good, because I keep some in the house for putting in food, for putting in my hair, for putting, but yeah, I would love
It's
to
good for
get
everything.
it. Is you can use it for like everything. It's fantastic. And I used to put it since it's like it depends on the temperature of whether it's solid or liquid. But in the summer, I'll put it in a spray bottle to spray down my hair before I go in the pool to protect my hair.
Oh, that I never thought about doing that either. Huh.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff, like your hair and your face, if you put stuff on before it as protection, it can help a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. What do we have here? I'm just checking. SW themes. I need to dive into a pool of Neutrogena Hydro Boost. Ah, yes, Angel is right. She says, get her a link for it. Come to think of it, all the products that I'm talking about, I'm gonna come back afterwards, and I will put links in the comments box, all my Amazon links. for all the products. And
Um,
you are right. See, Angel's so much better than I am at this.
No.
Enzo had a comment earlier. He said, "Rats, check my lines on my face," and I got to start naming them.
Oh, I love you. You're so funny.
And then Wrestler Mania is like, expression lines, nice way to say it. I guess that means the older I get, the more expressive I get.
You're so funny. I have two little lines on my forehead from being in the explosion, but that's it. It's somebody said something about oh, there's some product and they're like, well, no more, something about no more needles. And I was like, I haven't had any
Oh yeah, Dr.
needles.
Brandt, needles no more.
I was like, I haven't had any needles in my face. Not that I have anything against if somebody wants to use filler or Botox, that's cool. I have no problem with it, but I haven't done it.
Some
I don't
people
know.
use
What's that?
some people use Botox for migraines to keep their migraines
I
away.
had Botox for my migraines,
Yeah, I've heard that.
and it didn't work.
They also use Botox for
Sweating.
yes, you just read my mind. Yeah, it's
Great minds think alike.
absolutely, I will high five on that. Yeah, hyper to the tip of my tongue, whatever. It's live stream, it's live stream brainstall. That's because I'm doing product linking at the same time as I'm doing that. I just popping it in really quick. Neutrogena. I just put this, you know what? I just put this up, I think in my
What are you
last
doing?
video.
What, Bobby? What?
I just want to pet that doggy so bad.
Oh,
He's my
I
baby.
love dogs.
He gonna get all furry, Bubby. He's just a big fur ball. Look at this.
Let's see, here we go. Here's the Neutrogena water gel. I will put that there. And
Psycho.
I'll put these all in afterwards in the comments to make it, or maybe I should put them in the description box. I don't know, but here's the link to the first one, and then I'll do the other ones afterwards. So I'm not sitting here doing this while you guys are sitting here because that's boring. There we go. Okay, there we go.
So
Anyway,
responding to Angel's comment about having deep lines in her forehead, there's something that I was watching Jeffree Star a while back. He said the reason why his age doesn't show too much because he's trained his face not to do certain expressions, and that's why he doesn't have these lines up here. And but he's kind of got a little faint line, but he just chalked it up, just normal type of thing that just happens. But
He's like 29, isn't he?
no,
he's like, I think he's like just
32
30.
at least.
Yeah, he's in his early 30s. Well, part of the thing is some facial lines is there's a couple
You gonna
different
grab
things
him,
to
Dad?
it. What's that?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Apologize.
okay. Yeah, there's a couple different things to aging and facial lines and stuff like that coming from the scientific aspect. There's genetics, there's sun exposure, there's how you've cared for your skin and how much water. And then there's also just because some people say, well, once you're in your 30s, you need to take care of your skin this way. And everybody like is individually different. And there's also, it's true, there's different things that, if you make certain facial expressions less, there's going to be less lines. Like they talk about the lines right here in between your eyebrows. Plastic surgeons will call them the 11s. But yeah, certain frowning motions. But there's also a thing that you can do to get rid of lines or lessen lines, and it's called facial yoga. And it really does work. It's kind of weird, but there are certain facial expressions that you can make where you basically work out your face. And
That
it
makes
Yeah.
will,
sense.
yeah, it does. And the faces are really weird, but what was it? SCW themes. I have to stop the deep, deep thought. No, you need to do facial yoga. But yeah, there's whole books on it, and there's different things. And there's this lady that I saw. Oh, the other thing too is weightlifting. Weightlifting can take years off what your face looks like, which is absolutely
Weightlifting with your
phenomenal.
face?
No, not with.
I'm joking.
I know you are, and I think that's hysterical.
Hold on.
The mental picture I just had was so funny.
I know. That's what I
It's
got.
it's probably due to the grunting faces that you're making as you're um, pulling down the weights and all that stuff or lifting. That's probably
No,
what it
what it
is.
actually is weight bearing exercise releases certain endogenous ligands that help roll back the clock. And there was a woman that I saw, and
Look at
it's
that
true.
Mr. or Doctor. What is his name? My ex talked about him because he was into bodybuilding. He's like 80 something years old and he looks like he's like 50. He
Yeah, there's well, it's true. They said the one of the major things that can roll back the clock. There was a woman who was on Oprah, and they've done scientific studies too. She was 80 years old. She didn't start weightlifting until she was in her 70s. And I love weightlifting. I can't wait until I can get back to do it. I had to stop for a while because of my RA. I get into really bad flares, but it also helps my RA. It's like
catch
a catch
22.
22. Exactly. I love Kimberlee. She always between Kimberlee and Mama Styles and Angel, they always come up and S2W themes exactly what I'm thinking. So it's hysterical having you guys all on. But yeah, this woman was like, she didn't start until she was in her 70s. She came on the show. Nobody talked about how old she was, and I thought she was maybe 40. The woman was like 82. It was incredible, and they
Oh
showed
wow.
the before and after pictures. So that's another one. But it's also too, if you don't want to do weightlifting, and it's not your thing, like, not, I can understand not everybody likes it. I love to weightlift and swim, but I hate. Okay, I don't like using the word hate. I despise treadmills. I don't know if despise is better, but I don't like the word hate. Anyway, a treadmill is
It
like a
depends on
torture thing
how
to
you
me.
use the word hate.
Yeah, it's probably true.
If you're using the word hate towards somebody else, then that's where you're gonna have a problem.
True. I don't know. For some reason, it's just always something I try not to
High
use.
resistance exercises do the same thing as well. Weightlifting. Like my dad, you wouldn't guess that my dad is 73. He looks like he's in his late 40s, early 50s. And it's because he's, worked out
Yeah, it
for the last.
definitely. My dad was similar. Angel says, "I love natural beauty." Yes, I do too. I think everybody's got their own natural beauty to them. SCW themes. He says, I wanted gray hairs. Now I have them, but they're not making me look mature." Oh, Enzo, I think it's so funny. Plus, with his
My
nickname,
treadmill is outside. We had a falling out last year. I have
I,
an EFX machine that we have the same falling out. It's on my back porch.
I can't. I just treadmills and I don't like. It's like the most boring thing on earth to me. Swimming, I can swim for hours. It's like a it's actually
It's
moving
therapeutic.
meditation for me. Yeah, and I've thought about it, and because you can do moving meditation as opposed to still meditation. And I literally do moving meditation when I'm swimming. And I thought about it one day and I was like, I wonder like how many thoughts I have left behind in that pool. It's like probably like filled up with like all the, because you let a thought go and it just passes through when you're meditating. And I always come out of the pool not only feeling better physically, but mentally because, I've cleared everything out. So
Yeah.
I would rather do that. I'll do that for my cardio. But because people are like, oh, but you can watch TV, you can do this. And I'm like, I can't. So yeah, me and treadmills, I get it. We've had falling outs too. I don't think we're gonna reconcile.
Who wants to walk to nowhere?
Yes, thank you. I love to walk. This is the thing, Kimberlee. I love to walk. If I go into New York City, like I just went to New York City the other Saturday for a family member's birthday, and we will walk everywhere. we rarely get a cab unless like I'm really not feeling well. We will walk all over the place. But put me on a treadmill and make me walk to nowhere and I am miserable. And I'm a happy person. But it's just because you're not, it's like you're walking to nowhere.
Yeah.
Angel says the
It's
same
not
thing.
fun.
Yeah, and she says I can walk for hours. Yep, me too. Give me
I
something
like
to look at.
walking. I like walking as long as I'm playing Pokemon Go.
What is Pokemon Go? I don't know that one.
My dad's girlfriend's daughter told me about that. She's got
Um,
oh,
it's basically a game from Pokemon. It's where you play the game, but as you're walking and everything, if you have any eggs, you have to walk a certain amount of kilometers to hatch those eggs. And you also catch Pokemon out there too on your phone. And there are three teams. There are Instinct, Valor, and Mystique. Me and my husband are both Valor, and Valor is red. Mystique is blue, and Instinct is yellow.
is your husband a police officer?
Hmm?
Is your
He's
husband a
this,
police?
he's security.
Okay,
Close.
sorry. I wanted to ask you that earlier, and I was just thinking about it when you said because it looked like you had a cop that was trying to talk to you in the background earlier, and I was like, uh.
Close enough.
Anyways,
He's
Oh,
security.
Mohammed Naeem, thank you so much for stopping in, and thank you. We are doing well tonight.
But
she's
he might as well be kind of a cop, but because anyway he has to enforce the laws even as a security officer, and he does have the power to arrest people. So
Oh, there you go. So as we are going on, oh, and I'm pulling, God, I'm just doing really well with all my technical things tonight, pulling headphones out of my head, tripping over words. That's okay. Um, Kimberly, do you have any of your other favorites while we are here?
I actually, sorry, I just ate an almond.
I love almonds.
you
I'm
know
totally addicted to
Oh,
these
I
low
adore
sodium,
almonds.
low sodium almonds. They're so good. Blue
Those are
Diamond.
you know
good.
what I have to say to the technical difficulties.
She's twerking.
This is funny.
I love so twerks is something. She twerks the problems away.
Oh
I
my
love it.
god. My favorite palettes right now are the Carity Matte palette, which
Oh,
is
let me see. Okay, how do you like Carity? Because I have looked at them
I
and they
love this
look
palette.
cool because I've never tried them.
Oh, I love it. This is a lot of my colorful looks I've done with this palette. In
What is
fact, I
that
got this
palette
before I
again?
got my 35B. What?
What palette is that again?
It's the Carity Bright Matte palette.
Where do you get that from? Do you get that from the
Just
app Hush?
No, you get it from carity.com.
If you go on Instagram,
Karity. And it's $17 is what I paid for it. I really like that. One palette that surprised me, and I got this off an Instagram ad, was this Mora palette.
see,
And
I
these are
haven't
some.
tried them. There's so many indies out there. It's so hard to
I
try
know.
everything.
This is the
Ha-
palette,
Ooh.
have you
and
guys
there are.
heard of the Hush app though?
Yeah, I've got a bunch of
Yeah,
stuff off there.
yeah, Food of Hush. A lot
These
of
are some
stuff
of the
though.
most.
Yeah, a lot of the indies I come across on Instagram though. Go ahead, Kimberly.
Yeah, this purple. I mean, there's a lot of fallout in it, but this purple, I mean, is just gorgeous. I mean, it's
Ooh.
Chucky's, but look at that.
Oh, that's nice because it's not patchy.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love it.
Because this
It's
is where
so
I found
pigmented.
I am such a color junkie. I found Ace. Let me take the camera off for a second. I found this Ace Beauty.
Yeah, I want that. I've been looking at those for next time.
Yeah, I put it on the video I did before last, and The only issue I have about these, because I did a video and then the lighting was screwed up, so I took it off and did a second video. So I ended up using the whole palette.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm going to say is they are super pigmented, but when I don't know if you can see it, but it's all mattes except for this one and this one. But most of the mattes, you can barely touch it, and it looks like you've been digging your brush in it.
That's what happens with that one. That I love it. The colors are pigmented, but it's like it's gonna go pretty quick because
Yeah, I
so
mean,
and then
there's definite fallout, but the pigment's good. And, I just make sure that I put a good layer of baby powder underneath, and
yeah.
once it's on, it's good.
Oh
But
yeah.
so it's okay. It's like that then with the
Yeah, I
curing
do my
agent.
foundation. I always do it usually afterwards, unless I'm filming, and then I do it before. But then this palette, being, and I'm not sure if I, this is a favorite of mine yet or what, but being a child of this era,
Ah!
if you are around my age, you know about this movie, and it was like the cool movie. And so I ordered this off Instagram from Peachy Queen.
The only thing I can think of is As If.
Yeah, as if.
We used to have
Yeah.
a bumper sticker that said "as if" after that movie up in our house, because it was me, and then I had a roommate or two living with me. Because I didn't have to, but I didn't feel like living at my house by myself. So,
You guys
And I
keep
oh,
you guys keep pulling up a lot of makeup items that I've never seen before. You say you're behind on the whole drama theme. I'm kind of behind all the makeup stuff that's there. You know, like I
S2W
don't know a lot of the indie stuff.
Well, indie stuff, there's still so much more. And I go through phases where I find a lot of my indie stuff on Instagram, to be
that's
honest.
me too, like Trend Mood and like just trolling through Instagram
Yeah,
because I've
just
got
trolling through
probably
Instagram. Yeah, you find a
just
lot of stuff.
just like you. I have a ton of special effects people on there, and I get a lot of palettes that they use, like Rocio Seha, who's amazing with color. If you don't know who, you know who she is.
Not sure. I don't always remember names well.
Um, she's amazing. I'll send you a link for her, but she's just amazing.
Thanks.
It's R O oh god, how do you spell it?
Don't worry
Anyways,
about it.
yeah. But so this palette, I saw this and I had to get it because, yeah, just because.
I love
Um,
S2W theme says, "Oh my god," he says, "Oh my god, so much work to be a lady. I give you less credit." Well, see, that's the thing, Enzo. It's actually not work, because I only wear makeup when I feel like it, and most of it's an art form for me. So that's one thing I think a lot of guys don't understand. Is for a lot of us, it's the same thing as painting. So I know for some people it is, they just do it because of what they want to look
quiet.
like. But for some of us, that's our art form. I love that. That's really pretty. What's that?
Shit. Sorry, give me 1 minute. I've got a loose dog in here.
Okay,
I'll be right back.
sure, no problem. Angel says women really rock.
Shit.
Yes, we do. Absolutely. Here,
Shit.
let me turn that down a little bit and put that up a little bit. There we go. Angel, I wish there were more women who knew their worth. Yeah, I definitely know my worth. I go out a lot without makeup on at all. A lot.
Hey.
So I don't know.
Shit.
And I don't have a standard makeup routine. I do, if I'm gonna put makeup on, it's just whatever I feel like that day. Mama Styles, do you have a go-to makeup routine?
What I have slapped on my face right now. My
I'm sorry, it's just the way it came out was hysterical. I love it. When I've got slapped on my face now. I'm sorry, go ahead. That was really funny.
But yeah, I don't always wear makeup either. Some women are out there like, oh, I'm just going to the grocery store, but they spend 2 hours in the bathroom doing their makeup or whichever, and it's just like, what the heck, really? If I want to wear a little bit of makeup, just put my brows on, a little bit of mascara, and some gloss. But most of the time, the only reason why I started my channel in the beginning was because I had all this makeup that wasn't getting used very much, except if I went out somewhere with the hubby or something like that. And so it's like, why not just, do all these looks on YouTube? And that's how it started mainly in the first place. Was because of that.
Sorry about that. We had
That's okay, no worries.
somebody come to our door that was trying to sell something, and my puppy got out and my big dog was chasing him. So
Oh
yeah,
no.
everything's fine.
Yeah, see, mine, it depends. One day I could go to the store and I could have nothing on my face. And another day I could go to the store and I could have neon green and glitter. And another day I could go to the store and just have eyebrows on. Like, I legit never know what I'm going to look like if I'm just randomly doing stuff. I
So
don't have any
basically,
routine.
So basically, us women who are just comfortable going to the store without makeup or with makeup, we're basically chameleons.
Pretty
Yeah,
much. I put on, yeah, I have on my Instagram shapeshift, well, the special effects one, shapeshifter extraordinaire, because
yeah, I like that.
you never know what I'm going to come out as. Because people were saying on here, they're like, you look different every time. And I said, well, I don't even know what I'm going to look like every time. It's just what I feel like doing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's fun. SGW theme says, I prefer the natural beauty, no makeup necessary. That's cool, but anybody who's going to be with me, they're going to have to like a certain amount of makeup because I can, like I said, I can go anywhere from, if you go on my channel and you see like the neon glitter looks to completely natural. I could range in anything, and it could happen at any time. Obviously, it's going to be appropriate. I'm not going to go to a wedding with bright green, like neon eyes makeup on or something like that, but it's just very flexible. To me, it's an artistic expression of things. But I mean, I guess everybody's different.
But even when I do my makeup, sometimes I'm not that type of person that's going to do a full cake face. Like, if anything, I'm going to draw attention to my eyes and my lips. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
when
gonna.
I
That's what I'm gonna
so
end up doing.
when I
Sorry.
have like so no, you're sorry. Go ahead. Are you?
It's just I don't understand. When all these women on the Instagram makeup, how much foundation they are putting on. I take like maybe like a little bit on my hand, and then I just like taking it go like around like this and around a little bit around my face, and I blend it in. And I rather it make it look like I'm not wearing a lot of foundation. These women like to completely cover their face, and then they do this heavy ass contouring, and it's like, what the heck? What are you doing?
I'm
Stop
Well,
guilty of
that.
that.
well, everybody, it's, I think it's a different expression for every person. What were you going to say,
Yeah.
Kimberly?
I I was gonna say I ordered the sultry palette and I just got it today, and I think this is gonna be my new favorite. I mean, I love all the neutrals in here. It's really
Oh,
pretty.
I saw that and I hadn't actually gotten a chance to look at that very much. That's
So
really
yeah,
pretty.
I'm very excited to use this.
Yeah, with
So
makeup, it really depends. I guess on a day-to-day basis, and for each person, what they're comfortable with and whatnot. I mean,
oh, what
it's
I
a
was
form of expression.
yeah, what I was gonna say is
Yeah.
I can go in and be having a perfect day, and if I'm having like a good day, and then all of a sudden something happens, and I go into a horrible panic attack, or I have something that's triggered me, and like with my PTSD, I can go in my room and I can just spread out a bunch of palettes. And I'm sure every girl who has the same thing like me, does this, where you go and you take like all the palettes that you have and spread them out on your bed. And I just go crazy and do these like crazy designs in my eyes. And, I'm just getting into lips. I've never really been, a person to do a lot of that, but I've seen these girls that do these amazing lips, like looks on their lips, like roses and cool patterns and all kinds of stuff, and like the
It,
mirror lips and all that. It's
Yeah.
cool.
it's fun. I haven't done a ton of them, but I've gotten more. I always call them sequin lips, and I don't know why I say sequin because it's not as chunky glitter. But I've done a couple of them where you do the one by one and cover the lip all lined
Those are
up
so
with
cool.
heart shapes and circles and whatnot. And it's actually, to tell you the God's honest truth, the first I've only done a couple, but I thought it was going to be hard. It's really not that hard.
I'm
Yeah,
not
It's
really I'm not really artistically inclined.
I've always been
Most
one of those people that I can like look at something, like I can look at a picture of a painting and then I can go copy it. Like, I do my own, like, my own version of it.
yeah, your
Like
own
I've seen a
style.
lot of these like special I never touched special effects makeup until 6 months ago, and I saw something that Simply, which is one of the special effects people that I really
Symphony
really like.
Symphony.
Yeah. Um, and I saw that and I went and bought a bunch of stuff, and now I'm like totally into special effects makeup. Like I'm so excited when Halloween makeup goes on sale, and like they always, when the Halloween's over, they take the store and make the Halloween city like 50% off everything. I'm definitely going to be going
Oh.
crazy.
Just wait. There is more. You've just been bitten by the bug. There's more
Oh yeah.
coming. Wait until you.
I already have
There's
filled out a whole Alex drawer, an Alex 5 drawer full of special effects stuff, and I still don't have enough room for it all.
Yeah. Well, the thing is the Alex Five drawers are actually a royal pain in the ass for special effects makeup because a lot of stuff is in bottles and whatnot.
I know. I've
So
got another thing for the bottles, like the latex and my
I've got
alcohol, and
shelving and stuff like that where I have my alcohol and my other stuff. And then there's also the alcohol activated paints like the Skin Illustrator
yeah.
and all that and all the fun toys and goodies. And so I always get excited when people get into special effects makeup. I think both are fun because they're both artistic outlets that people don't always think of as artistic outlets that you can always continuously learn about.
Oh
And
yeah,
you
that's
can
always
just
evolving. I just started working with liquid
always.
latex prosthetics, making my own liquid latex prosthetics, and it's so relaxing to me to like sit down, and I have this big metal tray that I use. Like I went and bought a bunch of those 88-cent trays from Walmart. And in
Right.
fact, I was going to show you, this is how I store a lot of my glitters. This is one that's not fully done, but and I'm going to paint it. But these trays, I put magnets on the back of them
That's a really good
and
idea.
store them. This tray was 88 cents, and the little magnets were $1.50 at Walmart. And
Mhm.
so I just store all my glitters and stuff on the wall, so it doesn't
That
take up
is
as much space.
that's a good idea. With your latex prosthetics, what are you using for molds?
I've been making my own clay molds and
Oh,
doing it
nice.
that way. Yeah. So I've been
Cool.
using like tissue paper and like the usual stuff. But yeah, I've been making my own clay molds. I want to get more into doing like the higher tech stuff, but for right now, I'm just starting out, and so I think that's.
No, I like prosthetics, and if I had more time and space, well, I will. But once we get past this, I want to be making more prosthetics too. I don't really care for buying them that much, but I like making them, and I haven't made anything in a really long time. But it's fun because I've gotten
I want to
you
make the Maleficent cheeks, and I've tried doing that twice, and I don't seem. I guess I'm pretty patient to a point, but I
mhm.
keep I keep pouring my latex, and then I'll let it dry and pour another and let it dry, pour another, let it dry, and then I put flour in between and stuff, and it doesn't seem like it's packing the way it should, and so it peels more
Yeah.
than. So I don't know, but I'm working on it.
Sometimes it's just trial and error. I mean, I've got like all my tools for my clay and stuff. These haven't gotten a lot of use lately, but I don't know if they can. It's hard to see that they're
Did
both
you buy
double-ended.
those individually? Did you buy those in a kit?
This is they all came together in a
Okay.
kit. But I can put the link that I got them. They're not that expensive, but they're pretty good. Yeah, they're nice, solid. They've got like, and they come with little covers on them for things that are a little sharper and stuff like that.
Nice.
But there's a lot of them in here. I'll put a lot of the links towards stuff that we talked about in the
Okay,
comments
cool.
below. Because yeah,
Like
I
I've
got
still got my contact lenses in from an alien look I'm doing tonight. So I've got the contact lenses in because I started doing it earlier and then, so I've got gray lenses in right now. And I just love doing that. I love how you can totally change the way you look, you know?
it's fun. That's the only thing that I don't do at all. I haven't used contacts ever yet.
I know I heard
Um,
you saying about it. I've worn contacts since I was like 12 because I have bad sight. And
yeah,
so
I
I'm
need them for
used to
that
it.
too.
But yeah, it's so amazing how cool the contact lenses are that they have. I mean, it's just
Yes.
amazing.
They've got some cool stuff. I want to try. There's so many I want to try because it makes it look different. I've had people ask me if I use contacts because my eyes are really bright blue, and I said no, those are just my eyes. But I want red ones and white ones and green ones and snake ones, and it just kind of like completes the whole thing. So
Yeah. It's like that last little touch that could totally transform something.
it does.
It's
It's so much fun.
I didn't realize how expensive it was to like get into all this
Oh yeah.
until I really got into it and I'm like it's almost become a new addiction. Like I really want like I'll see something and I like that Jeffree Star palette was $52 and I saved up for that palette for like a while and I had the like thing in my calendar saying exactly what time it was going to be set on sale and I'm like setting at the website refreshing stuff and it's like it's horrible. It's like a new addiction, but at least it's not hurting anything but my wallet, I guess.
Yeah,
But
it
I love it.
definitely sometimes you can get better price. A lot of the time you can get better prices on Amazon. Like there's some water activated paints tag. It's a brand tag body
Yeah,
arts
those
that
rainbow cakes. You got one of those, didn't you?
I have a couple of them. In fact, I'll pull out the
How do you
ones that I
like
was going to
those?
show in a second. Um let's see, let's go through here. This is the thing that was really interesting. I used to use a lot of wolf, and I have a whole other bag of that over here. Oh wait, I don't want to knock over the latex.
What
Let's
kind
not
of a
do that.
brush do you use with those?
With what?
Like when you're laying down like say you're laying down a white base. What do you put down beforehand? Like do you moisturize and prime like regular makeup or how do you do it? And then I know you set it afterwards with baby powder, but what kind of a brush do you use to lay down the
Oh no
white
no no!
like the
It
Minron?
depends. Oh, it depends if it's water activated.
Yeah,
It's
like
on
a
my
water
last
activated
video.
Minron paint,
Um,
like the white.
well, it's the water activated. You don't need to set with powder.
Okay.
That's for cream paints. What I put down first on my face, it's on my last video. That's like the easiest way to explain it
Sorry, I should
is
have watched it. I hadn't watched it
no,
yet.
don't worry about it. Yeah, the pumpkin queen, it shows you what I put down first. And
Okay.
then water activated paints don't need to be set with eyeshadow or anything like that. You can
Okay.
intensify looks with eyeshadows and stuff like that. Like you can put down water activated paints. I use anything from here. I'll show you. Anything from brushes. I could use a brush, one of these mini brushes.
Yeah, I
I
have those kinds of brushes.
I could use. Let me see if I can reach this. I always have my high density sponges, which I usually cut into a half or a quarter. So I have these, which actually most of this stuff is linked in my last video. So most of the,
Okay,
like
I'll
this
go through
stuff,
it.
yeah, is all linked underneath. This is what well, here, I'll explain it this way. What I used to, hold on, let me switch this up so you hear a little bit better. Okay. What I used to recommend to people, to beginners that were using water activated paint was Wolf. And I used to, and that's not the trash can, that's cute. This is what I used to recommend to people who wanted to start out with water-based paints, was the Wolf palette, the Wolf Essentials palette. And it's got, you know, all the colors, whatnot, and they're individually colored. The issue is when I went to recommend it to H.L. the Greats, and I've got a bunch of stuff from them. I've got their metallics one, I've got skin tones, I've got, you know, and I always, you know, tell people one of the best things to get is a black round and then a white one because you use
Yeah, I've
a
got
lot
black
more of those.
and round paint pots.
And then, you know, I've got a couple, you know, like the Aztec Gold. Well, the issue is I went to recommend it this year to somebody, and I looked on Amazon and I looked on the Wolf Effects site, and the Essentials palette was gone. And little by little, the Wolf paints disappeared from Amazon. So I don't know what's going on with Wolf.
I haven't seen any of them on Amazon, and I've been looking really
They're
hard
gone
too.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, they were back in like July and August. They were still there. They're now, you can't find anything Wolf there. It's like
You
they've
should
taken everything
do
out. But
you
what's
should do
that?
a segment where you try different special effects paints, like different like price
Oh,
ranges.
I have, and I'm just going to show really quick here of all the different ones that I have. And so the one that I suggest now for people to get is the tag paints. There, and I'll end up doing a video on this, but I'll just, certain things I'll do on here quickly, and then I do a video for them later. But the tag paints, they're similar to the Wolf. They're a tiny bit waxier, but they're definitely not what I would call waxy feeling. It's an Australian company. I would not suggest buying them through the company because of having to buy them through Australia, customs, and then the shipping, but you can get them for a very decent
Amazon.
price. Yeah, on Amazon. And
I think it's like $36 for that palette on Amazon.
it depends. It can run anywhere between 30 to 45 depending on the day because the prices change in by vendor. And
Oh,
then
I didn't even.
their neon colors are one of my favorites, although my other neon UV favorite is the aquas. So, and then that one doesn't come with a brush. But, and then the little split cakes, this one, the dragon one, just shot through the roof, and I'll explain that really quickly. All these will be in videos and stuff like that, but I just wanted to show it quickly. Whoa! And there went some of my tech gear. Thank God it's in a box.
Isn't it possible that some of the wolf stuff has been discontinued? That's possibly
Um,
why it's not there.
there may be an issue with the Wolf Company. I don't know because there's an issue on the site with stuff coming up too, but I can't say much because I don't know yet. I haven't gotten a chance to look into it. The tag thing, these are called split cakes. This one
Yeah,
is
I was
called
looking at
Fire,
those. I was looking at the rainbow one.
and this is Dragon. I have, oh my gosh, I forgot about this one, which I actually use. I use this one as an eyeliner, not really as a split cake. Hold on a second. This I don't even use as a split cake. I have, but I actually use it more as an eyeliner. Rather than buying Suva Beauty, I just buy that because it's less expensive. And then this is another one. It's actually called Snake. And what split cakes are for is a type of painting called one stroke. And you get all the colors on your brush, and I'll do a quick video for that. You can see it in my latest video. all the colors get a 3/4 inch flat brush is your typical one stroke brush. I'm not a big fan of one stroke painting, but it's a way of doing it and making it much easier for a beginner. And you basically take it, I'm not going to take it out, and you run it this way and then back and then this way and then back. And you can do stuff like I do in the last video is you bring it up and then up, and there you go, you have a flame with, multiple colors. So
Oh,
rather
okay.
than and then you can also take it and bring it so you can make a whole leaf or like a whole giant flame. You can make little leaves where it's this way, then this way, and I don't normally use that a lot, but I was having fun playing with them because I prefer painting. Let's see, normally I would use a flat shader for that. So normally, whereas I would paint the leaf, shade in the spots, add this, darken this, add highlights here. One stroke painting both for the face and for objects. Donna Dewberry was a huge one stroke painter for tool painting. Anyway, but that's not makeup. Anyway, it's a form of painting that makes it like really easy for a beginner for it to come out nicely. You can use the one stroke paints that are fun, and like it's a fun little thing to do. That's why I did it with the first special effects one I put up. So it was like an easy way for people to learn how to do it quickly and get something that like looked nice without a ton of painting experience. That's what they're really good for. And then if you just want to play with them. So, it's a fun that way too. So that's the quick version of it. I think I included some of it in the last video. I'll do probably I'll probably do like a quick one stroke video, although I think a lot of it is included in there. But so it's meant like Mama Styles, if you didn't know like how to paint at all, as long as you can like twist your wrist, you'll be able to like
Yeah.
make flames and leaves and stuff like that. So that's why I started it out like really easy like that. And because it's well, it's not super short, but it's not like an 8-hour painting session trying to condense that down into 10 minutes. So,
Yeah.
but I know Mama Styles has Mr. Leo, and we're getting into the second hour here. Kimberlee, do you have
Yes.
anything else to show before we start wrapping it up? Oh, thank you, Angel. You like all the
Not
bright
really.
colors.
Yeah. I've just got a bunch of ideas now and I want to go execute them.
Well, I am glad that you have so many ideas. That is fantastic. Um,
Um,
we would love to have you back anytime. I would love to
yeah, it
have.
was so nice to talk with you guys and I love being here. It was nice.
Great. We would love to have you. I'd love to have you on Interview You Stories anytime. You're always a lot of fun. But do you have anything else tonight, Mama Styles?
Nope.
Okay. All right, guys. Don't forget on the 24th, we have the costume party. I'll be sending out the emails for the panel participants, which we may be rotating. Due to amount of seats, but get your costumes ready regardless. Thank you so much to my co-host Mama Styles. Thank you so much to our guest Kimberlee, and thank you so much to our audience and all my mods and everything else, and especially all of my audience that turns me on in the car, that turns us on at work and listens, and always comes back religiously for the replay. We really appreciate it. All right, guys, don't forget Halloween is coming, and if you want to see something or you need help, let me know and I'll make a video. All right, have a great night. I love you all. Lady Borgia. Good night.